Welcome to the Explainer. So, if you're a new content creator jumping into the digital space, there's no doubt you've run into the absolute biggest design debate of 2026. In one corner, we've got Adobe Illustrator. It is the undefeated heavyweight king of professional graphic design and has been for decades. And in the other corner, Canva, the modern cloud-based powerhouse that has literally democratized design for millions of people. You're probably sitting there wondering, which one of these should I actually be spending my time and energy on? Well, here's our roadmap for today to help you figure that out. First, the great design debate. 2, tech check, vector versus layout. 3, why creators choose Canva. 4, why pros need Illustrator. And finally, 5, a step-by-step combined workflow. Section 1, the great design debate. Okay, let's dive right into this and set up our heavyweight match. This is the ultimate question on literally every new creator's mind right now. I mean, Canva gets more and more powerful every single year, right? They keep adding these features that honestly feel a little bit like magic. So it's super easy to ask, can Canva actually just replace Adobe Illustrator? Are these two tools fighting for the exact same audience, or are they just built for totally different worlds? Section 2, tech check. Vector versus layout. To really get an accurate answer to that question, we can't just look at the surface-level features. We need to pop the hood and look at how each of these tools handles graphics on a fundamental level. Let's look under the hood to really build a solid foundation here. Adobe Illustrator is a vector-based software. It uses mathematical formulas to create anchor points and lines. Think of working in Illustrator kind of like sculpting from a giant block of raw clay. You can mold it from absolute scratch into literally anything you want. Canva, on the flip side, is a template and layout-based tool. Yes, it lets you export in formats like PDF print and SVG, but fundamentally, you are working within predefined boxes, pre-made grids, and templates. Using Canva is a lot like arranging beautiful, pre-made furniture in a room. You aren't building the couch from scratch, but man, you can make that room look incredible really quickly. Now, what's absolutely crucial to understand here is the concept of infinite scaling, because Illustrator relies on those mathematical formulas instead of just a static grid of colored pixels. Any shape, logo, or illustration you create can be scaled down to fit on a tiny little business card or scaled all the way up to a giant outdoor billboard, and you won't lose a single pixel of quality. That's exactly what we mean when we say Illustrator gives you absolute pixel-perfect creative control. Canva just doesn't let you manipulate individual vector anchor points or draw those really complex custom shapes from absolute scratch. Section 3, why creators choose Canva. Now, just because Canva lacks those raw, from-scratch illustration tools doesn't mean it's lacking in power. Not at all. Let's look at why it's completely taken the digital world by storm. Canva's massive explosion in popularity is definitely no fluke. It perfectly solves really common real-world problems for content creators, social media managers, and busy entrepreneurs. First up, it completely eliminates that terrifying blank canvas problem. With thousands of premium, ready-to-use templates for everything from Instagram posts to YouTube thumbnails to resumes, you are executing super fast. Plus, it's got this amazing built-in asset library. You literally never have to leave the app to hunt down photos, graphics, or fonts. It's all just right there in the search bar. And if you're in a marketing agency or a fast-paced business, the real-time cloud collaboration means your whole team can edit a post at the exact same time. It's built entirely around speed and just getting things done. But honestly, maybe the absolute biggest advantage here is the time investment. Let's be real, Adobe Illustrator is notoriously complex. It takes months, sometimes even years to truly master it. But Canva's learning curve? It takes less than a single hour for a brand new content creator to figure out the interface and start pumping out really high-quality work. Section 4, why pros need Illustrator. So, with all those amazing advantages around speed and ease of use, why in the world hasn't Canva completely wiped out Adobe Illustrator? Why do branding experts, typographers, and professional designers still rely absolutely completely on Adobe's software? Well, here is the absolute crucial detail: original brand identity. A professional logo has to be 100% unique and fully scalable. Here's a massive heads up for you new creators out there. If you create a logo using a Canva template, you actually do not own the trademark to that logo. Hundreds of other businesses could literally be using that exact same template right now. Illustrator, however, allows you to draw completely unique visual assets from absolute scratch, meaning you own them entirely.
On top of that, Illustrator gives you incredibly advanced typography controls. We're talking tweaking the exact microscopic spacing between letters, which is known as kerning and tracking, or warping fonts to create a very specific emotional feel for a brand.
And then we have to talk about the physical world. The colors on our digital screens are built using light, red, green, and blue, or RGB. But the colors printed on paper and physical objects, those use ink. Cyan, magenta, yellow, and key, which is black. That's CMYK. Illustrator gives you the really advanced color management and color separations that professional printing presses actually require. So if you're doing a massive merchandise drop, launching a clothing line, or creating complex packaging, the print industry standard absolutely mandates the kind of precision that only Illustrator can provide. Section 5, Step-by-Step Combined Workflow. All right, so we've got the raw, from-scratch power of Illustrator on one hand, and the lightning-fast layout efficiency of Canva on the other. How do we actually resolve this debate? The answer is actually way simpler than you might think, and this brilliantly illustrates the real truth here. Canva and Adobe Illustrator are not enemies at all. They are completely complementary tools. The ultimate winner isn't one or the other, it's the strategic combination of both. Let me walk you through a quick step-by-step tutorial on exactly how you, as a new creator, can use these two tools together in the real world. Step 1. Open up Adobe Illustrator when you need to build your core identity. This is where you draw your completely unique, custom logo or brand icon from scratch. Step 2. Export that perfect, scalable vector asset right out of Illustrator. Step 3. Now we switch platforms. Upload that custom logo directly into your Canva brand kit or your asset library. Step 4. Open up a beautiful social media template in Canva, drop your shiny new custom logo in there, and collaborate with your team to rapidly arrange and schedule out your posts. This right here is the ultimate formula for success as a modern creator. Illustrator handles your core asset creation. It gives you the total creative freedom to handle high-end client projects and build unique visual identities from absolutely nothing. Canva, on the other hand, handles your rapid layout execution. It takes those beautiful core assets you just made and lets you deploy them across the internet at lightning speed without spending hours agonizing over tweaking layouts. A modern designer who knows how to leverage both of these specific strengths, that's how you become a true powerhouse in the industry. The reality is, Canva is never going to fully replace Adobe Illustrator because professionals are always going to demand absolute creative control over their foundational brand elements. But used together, they are an absolute, unstoppable workflow. So now that you understand exactly when to sculpt the clay and when to arrange the furniture, I'm going to leave you with this. What will your very first hybrid project be? Open up both programs, start creating, and I will see you in the next explainer.